Rock here with Simpson Math. I want to show the AC method for factoring a quadratic expression, and I want to try to go a little slower. The criticism's been that I'm going a little too fast. I'm going to try to slow it down for us. We want to factor a quadratic expression using the AC method in this video. So here is a quadratic expression. See this x squared term? So maybe I should make that 2 a little clearer. It's a squared, okay? So this is a quadratic expression, and we want to find the 2 linear expressions that multiplied together, the 2 linear factors that multiplied together to get this quadratic expression. And we're going to use the AC method. So the AC method is referring to the general form, where A could be any number, in this case 24. B could be any number, in this case 2. C could be any number, in this case -5. I said A could be any number, but A can be any number, any real number, but not 0, okay? Because then it wouldn't be quadratic. But so that glare is pretty bad. Let's try to make this bigger, and let's try to move out of the glare. Okay, so our A is 24, our B is 2, and our C is a -5. And it's called the AC method because one of the things we do is we take A and multiply it by C. We find AC. So AC is equal to, can we see that in the screen? Uh-oh, I'm trying to avoid the glare and can't quite see it. Okay, we take AC, so that's equal to 24 times a -5. Well, 24 times a -5 is a -120. And then what you do is you look for the factors of 120. So factors of 120 include 12 times 10. They include 5 times, what is that, 21? Or is that 24? 21, silly me, 24. Because 5 times 20 is 100 and 5 times 4 is 20. So 24. Let's see, there's many, many more. We could come up with to be 6 goes into 120, it goes 20 times. And we can keep doing this, but you're looking for the factors that when this number over here, when C is negative, you want your factors to have a difference of 2. The difference is 6 and 20. The difference would be 14, okay? And the difference here would be 19. But look, the difference here is 2. So we could have stopped right here. You're looking for factors of the AC, the product AC. So the product AC was 24 times -5. So you look for factors of that product. In this case, a -120. But you want factors whose difference is this number, if this is negative, or whose sum is this middle number if this is positive. So if that had been a +5, I'd be looking for 2 numbers that add to whatever's in the middle. But since I have a -5, I'm looking for 2 numbers that subtract to 2. And once I find it, 12 and 10, then I use that to rewrite the middle term. So I'm going to rewrite this 2 as a difference of 12 and 10. So let me move this out of the way. Whoa, I keep remembering, I gotta use the pen. So, 24x squared plus 12x minus 10x is the same thing as 2x. So I've simply rewritten the middle term using these 2 factors whose difference was 2. And then I bring down my minus 5. Okay? That's the key step. So you get AC, find the factors when this is negative, whose difference are this, or when this is positive, whose sum, the addition, the sum is this. Well, ours is negative, so I needed the difference. 12 and 10 have a difference of 2. And then you rewrite the middle term using those 2 factors. Now what do? Well, you treat this binomial, you ignore that binomial over there, you cover this up, and you look only right here, and you find out what's the common factor. The common factor of these 2 terms is 12x, and you factor it out. Twelve times 2 is 24x squared. 12x times 2x is 24x squared. 12x times 1 is 12x. Then you look Then you cover up these two and you look right there and you take out the greatest common factor, which is -5. If this is minus, go ahead and take out a negative. So there's 5 goes into both, so I'm going to take out a -5. -5 goes into -10x 2x times. -5 goes into -5 +1 time. Now, what we have is an expression with a common factor. This 2x plus 1 is common with this. It would be a lot like having, secretly, maybe I should do this in a smoke pen, 12xw minus 5w. The w is standing in for the 2x plus 1. If you had this, you could factor out a w, and that would give you 12x minus 5. Whoops. Because w times 12x is 12xw. And maybe this was not a good idea using smoke. And w times a -5 is a -5w. So factoring this is very similar to this. I'm going to factor out this 2x plus 1. So let me get this out of our way. Just remember, this is like our w. We're going to factor it out. I'm going to bring it out here and write it down. And this 2x plus 1 is being multiplied by 12x here. And this one is being multiplied by -5. So now I have 2x plus 1 times 12x and 2x plus 1 times a -5. And I have factored the quadratic expression that I started with. If you multiply these out, you get that quadratic expression. So this is the quadratic expression, and this is its linear factors. I hope I went a little slower explaining the AC method for factoring quadratic expressions. Math made simple at Simpson Math.